Hey YouTube, what's going on? Grade 0 FTW. Today I'm going to show you my current build of Nova Grapplers. It's from set 1 and 2, all English cards here in America. As you can tell, we're just going to go ahead and get started. I run 1, 2, 3, 4 Battle Riser. Basically, Battle Riser's job is to he's a stand trigger, so it's really good that he's a stand trigger. He's a reusable stand trigger. Whenever he boosts a Nova Grappler, he adds an additional 3,000 to the attack. So he's a 3 by himself. So combined with his ability just to boost the Nova Grappler, becomes a 6K booster. Really good. That, and during the end of the turn that he boosts a Nova Grappler, you can return him back to deck. Really good. Just good for starting and swinging with big numbers. I really like it. Alright, up next is your critical trigger. And it is a card called Red Lightning. Basically, Nova Grapplers, they revolve around recycling their resources. Red Lightning is no exception to that. A, it's a critical trigger, and B, it has the ability to go into soul to unflip a damage. Since you do potentially have a lot of counterblast to use in this deck, it's really fun and really nice to have a way to recycle them. So I really like it. That, and it's also a 4K booster whenever it's on the field. Really good. Alright, up next is something kind of unconventional for Nova Grapplers. And that is 4 copies of the draw trigger, 3 minutes. I've noticed, at least the way that I play particularly, I tend to burn through my hand a lot, so I need a way to kind of replenish it. This thing's been working really good. I got no complaints. And the last 4 triggers are our current heal trigger, Ring Girl Clara. Just heal a point of damage. Really good. Alright, now we're going to go into our grade 1s. Grade 1s, currently I run 4 Tough Boy. Tough Boy is your 8K beater. His job is basically to swing first turn or to boost everybody else the rest of the game, so really good. Alright, after that, I run 1, 2, 3, 4 Claydol Mechanic. Whenever it's called the Vanguard or Rear Guard, I get to unflip a damage, so really good. That, it has 7K attack, so really good. He's pretty good booster. Not the world's best, but the fact that, like I said earlier, you're constantly flipping and you're constantly using counterblast and unflipping them. Claydol Mechanic, really good idea. Alright, up next is kind of the draw engine of the deck a little bit, and it's Screamin' and Dancin' Announcer Shout. A lot of people call these kind of cards cyclers, and basically what they do is you rest them, which means you put them in the sideways position, like that. You ditch a card from your hand and draw a card. Really good. It's good for getting rid of dead cards in your hand. You do run a significantly high grade 3 count, so it's really good to get rid of those, like I said, dead cards out of your hand, specifically extra grade 3s. Really good. Alright, up next is the Null Shield. 3 Twin Blader. I personally like running 3. I've tried playing with 4 in deck. 4 just doesn't work for me, so 3 is really good. For those of you who don't know what a Null Shield is, basically, whatever clan that you're using, Nova Grappler for example, you ditch a Nova Grappler. If you have a Nova Grappler Vanguard, you don't take any damage from an opponent's attack. Really good. Your opponent basically can't hit you, so really good. But only that single card or single monster to monster, not the entire turn. That'd be too good. Alright, grade 2 time. I run 1, 2, 3, 4 Brutal Jack. Brutal Jack is the muscle of the deck. He has a restraint quality to him. Every turn, if you want him to attack, basically you have to counterblast 1. Really good. He starts off in 11, and whenever he's boosted by a Vanguard, let's see, how much do you gain here, buddy? You gain an additional 5. He gains an additional 5,000 whenever he's boosted by a Nova Grappler. So essentially, he is a 16 by himself. So that coupled with Battle Riser equals what is it? 22. So yeah, really good. I like it. All right, up next, I run 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of King of Sword. He is your 10K beater. He's really good. He's not quite as good as Jack, but he's really good muscle, so I like him. After that, I run what I call super shields. I run 1, 2. Excuse me, make that 1, 2, 3. Sorry about that, guys. 3 super shields, essentially. Basically, this card, whenever it goes to intercept, and I've got a Nova Grappler Vanguard, its shielding goes from 5 to 10. Really good. It's good for pretty much blocking an entire attack. So, really, really good. Alright, guys, grade 3 time. Start off with 4 Sure Kaiser. Kaiser's cool. Whenever I reveal a grade 3 during the drive check, I get to stand one of my Nova Grappler, or one of my rear guards. Let's try that again. I get to stand one of my rear guards. Really good. And since the way that I attack is rear guard, then Vanguard, it gives me the option to A, get a grade 3, and B, potentially get a stand trigger and stand either their booster or another unit just to go in for extra damage. So, really good. I like it. I currently run 3 Mr. Invincible. Don't particularly like it, but it's pretty much the only one of the 3 grade 3s that we actually have access to. Once per turn, I can soul charge with him, and I get to unflip a damage. And his Mega Blast is Counter Blast 5, Soul Blast 8. I get to stand all my units. I personally have never done it, but doesn't mean that it's not good. So, yeah. And then to finish it off, I run 2 Lion Heat, or as I like to call them, Leomon. Basically, this card's cool. If it hits a Vanguard, I can Counter Blast 2 Rear Guard or Vanguard, and I get to stand up a unit. It's kind of watered down whenever it's a Rear Guard. I can only stand up a grade 2 or lower, so he kind of has his limitations. But, hey, he's still pretty good. What else do I need to tell you guys about the deck? Like I said, the deck does tend to burn through the hand, or at least in my hands it tends to burn. The deck is pretty stable in and of itself. Something that you're going to have a little bit of problem with is other Nova Grapplers, basically because this doesn't revolve around the rinse, lather, repeat method that Nova Grapplers have. But against every other deck, you're going to give them a solid run for their money, if not win. So you just have to outthink and outplay your opponent. Well, thank you guys very much for watching the video. Please comment, rate, like, subscribe. And we will catch you guys next time. This is Grade 0 FTW, and I'm out of here. Have a good one, guys.